Hey there, how you doing?
President Perez, nice to see you. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. Come on in, it's hot outside.
Oh my goodness, what a beautiful house you have.
Thank you very much. We're very, very fortunate to live here and we're really enjoying it.
Can I ask who designed it?
This house was designed by Julia Morgan back in the 1920s, and she's done a wonderful job on this house and a number of other ones as well.
Do you know what other buildings Julia has designed?
Julia designed Hearst Castle, a number of both houses and other buildings in the Bay Area. She was the first certified female architect in the state of California, and she's just a renowned architect. We feel very fortunate to live in a house that she designed.
I can only imagine. Do you know the last time a Chico State president lived in this house?
It was in the early 1990s, and since then it's been used by the university somewhat for events and other things, and we decided we wanted to come and live in it once we became president.
That's awesome. What kind of made you decide to start that tradition back up again?
Well, it's a great opportunity for me and my wife, and frankly our dogs, who love being able to swim in the creek, to be right on campus, to be right part of the campus community and part of the action right from the get-go.
I love it. Can I see the rest of the house?
Oh, absolutely. Come on in. This is as you'll see, the downstairs is set up a lot for entertaining and for events, for when we have people over. And this is our main living room with a lot of seating areas that we can probably entertain a lot of people in here.
That's so amazing. So tell me a little bit about yourself. Where did you go to college?
Well, I grew up in California. I was actually born outside California, but moved to California when I was around 3. Went to high schools around the state, and then I was an undergrad student at UC San Diego and a graduate student at UC Davis.
What did you major in?
Economics,
Wow.
both places.
That's so awesome. If you could go back to college today, would you major in the same thing or something different?
Who knows, right? When I was an undergrad, I was a lot of different majors. I was a biology major, biochemistry, molecular biology, genetics. I'd take classes and I'd like them, and then I'd switch majors, and so I wound up in economics and really enjoyed it. I can't complain about how my life's turned out, so I'd probably stick with economics.
That's so awesome. I saw that you spent most of your career working in education. What
Yes.
do you love about the world of education?
We get to do great things. We get to be around fantastic students and colleagues that are working really, really hard to give our students a great experience. When we do our jobs well, we're really proud of the outcomes that we're able to produce with our students and help them transform their lives.
That's so great. So I've seen that you've worked at a number of colleges, but can I ask what is unique about Chico State to you?
Chico State is unique in a lot of ways. It's unique in the state of California because it's situated right in a college town, and that's a place that my wife and I love living. We've lived in college towns before, and it's an environment we love being in. But I think what really makes Chico State unique is the care and the pride that people have about the university, about the town, and about being around each other. It really sets us apart and gives a tremendous experience for everybody here.
I love that answer. I couldn't agree more. And speaking of Chico State, is that the seal I see right behind you?
It is. That's our official seal. It's put in a perfect place because, as I said, we do a lot of work and a lot of entertaining in this room, and it reminds everybody this is Chico State's house, and you're here as part of the university.
That's so great. You know, I'm kind of thirsty. Do you have any water I can drink from?
Absolutely. Come on in here. I'll show you the dining room, and we can get you a little water at the same time.
Awesome. You know, this is kind of a silly question, but I heard that you're the Chico State's 13th president. Is that true?
I've heard the same thing. I wasn't around when the university was created, and so I don't know that I've counted them all, but I've heard 13 is my number.
Awesome. Do you know about Taylor Swift?
I know a little bit about Taylor Swift, yes.
Awesome. Can I ask you what your favorite Taylor Swift era is?
Well, I did. I was curious about the same thing, so I did an online quiz, and apparently my favorite is the debut era.
Nice. Oh, thank you for this.
Absolutely.
Now, if you could have dinner with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be?
It's an easy answer. The most people I want to be around the most are my wife and my kids, and so I'd love to have dinner with them every night, every day of the week. But that's not the interesting answer that you want to look for. I think the person I'd want to have dinner with the most is Julia Morgan, and ask her some more about this house.
Awesome. So I'm curious about the other aspects of your house. Can we walk around for a bit?
Sure.
So as a former econ professor, you taught a wide array of classes like sports economics, labor economics, and math economics. What was your favorite subject to teach?
Sports economics, by far.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite sports team?
I do. I don't know if it's going to be the most popular answer in this part of the state, but born and raised a diehard Dodger fan.
Awesome. So who was your favorite teacher growing up?
Her name was Miss Honey. I had Miss Honey in 2nd grade and in 4th grade. And she was super caring, super kind, but she would go on a trip every summer and bring back something from that trip from around the world and teach us about it. So we learned about the Incas, I think that was 2nd grade, and we learned about the people in Samoa in the 4th grade.
So where did you grow up?
All over the state of California. I was born in Washington, D.C. When I was 3, we moved to the San Diego area. Then starting in 2nd grade, when I had Miss Honey, moved to Thousand Oaks Westlake Village, just north of Los Angeles, where I stayed through my sophomore year of high school, and then moved to Palo Alto in the Bay Area for my last 2 years of high school.
Nice. It's cool that you've been around California. So what's upstairs?
Upstairs is where Tanya, my wife, and I do most of our living, right? So we do a lot of work downstairs. Upstairs is where our bedroom is. We've got a couple of other guest rooms, and then we have a little living room we call the rumpus room, where we watch a lot of TV and eat some of our meals.
I love that. Who were your role models growing up?
My role models, I had lots of them. I was very fortunate. I had great parents, great step-parents that showed me what it meant to be a great human being. What they showed me the most is the thing that you can do the best is you love your children and you're proud of your children and support them.
Who are your role models now?
I get to work with great people. And so when I think about who's sitting on my shoulder watching what I'm doing, probably the last 2 presidents I've worked for, Robert Nelson at Sacramento State, he's always in my ear about how we support our students and what we need to do. And then I was fortunate to get to work for Gail Hutchinson, our previous president, for a short period of time, but I learned a lot from her as well.
So I heard that you played baseball in college. Did you have any intention of playing professionally?
So I didn't play very much in college. I was on the baseball team in college and I really liked it. What you asked me, did I have intention to play professionally? I had every intention of playing professionally. What I didn't have was the talent needed to play professionally. So you can't have one without the other.
I heard you coached all your kids' sports teams when they were younger.
Yeah.
What was your favorite sport to coach?
I loved it. I loved coaching. I did soccer. I think I coached a little basketball. I helped out with the ski team. They were both my kids were on the ski team in high school, but I coached a lot of baseball and a lot of baseball teams, and by far that was my favorite. I loved being out there with the kids. I loved being able to work with them.
How have sports impacted your leadership style?
You know, I think I grew up as part of a lot of teams. I learned, and I think anybody who participates in athletics or lots of other activities where you build teams, the importance of being on a team, of working together, of sacrificing for each other, of having a shared goal and understanding that you're all going to contribute to it in different ways. I think that has leaked over a lot into the way that I work and try to build teams across the university, try to build teams as the president within the cabinet of how we're going to best advance what the university needs working together.
I love that viewpoint. That's awesome. Have you been to any Wildcat games yet?
I have. I've been to both women's soccer and men's soccer. I haven't had the opportunity to go to a volleyball match yet, but I'm looking forward to seeing everything that our student athletes do.
That's great. Is that your backyard?
This is. It's a beautiful backyard, as you'll see. It's very large. The people at campus take care of it, and they've done such a wonderful job making it look pretty. I'd love to show it to you.
Awesome. Let's take a look.
Oh, hey girls, come here. Come here. Good girl. Come on.
Are these your dogs?
These are she is, I think she's 10 and she's 6.
Oh my gosh. What are their names?
This one is Polly, and that one's Sandy. Sandy, come here.
What are the inspiration behind their names?
Well, Polly is full name Polly Pavilion Perez, and Sandy is Sandy Koufax Perez.
Can they do any tricks?
They can. Polly, come here. Come. Good girls. Sit. That's it. Catch. Good girl.
Wow.
Man, gotta wait. Sit. Good girl. Here you go. Boop. Boop.
Oh my gosh.
Good girls.
So what type of activities do you do in this space?
Well, it's really set up very well. We can have a lot of entertainment out here. There's a big old patio. There's beautiful trees, beautiful flowers. So we're going to have some open houses. We're going to have celebrations. We're going to have all sorts of events back here. It's going to be great.
That's so great.
Oh, Tanya. Hey, hi, honey.
Hi.
How you doing?
Great.
What you doing out here?
Just hanging out.
All right.
Hi.
Hi, Tanya. How are you?
Great, thanks.
So how long have you two been married?
32 years.
What's a quality you both really appreciate about one another?
Go ahead.
We both think we're the luckiest person in the partnership.
And only one of us is right, and it's me. I'm the luckiest.
True, that is true.
Tanya, do you have any questions for your husband?
Oh, I do have a question. If you were going to do a TED Talk on a moment's notice, what would the topic be?
Well, I can talk for hours and hours and hours about how wonderful you and the
Yes,
kids are, and
yes.
you know I like to.
Yes.
So that would be my favorite, but I think that's probably too long for a TED Talk. If I had to, what is it, maybe 30 minutes?
30 minutes.
I can fill 30 minutes talking about why the absolute best dessert is more dinner.
Oh my gosh.
That's true for him. Yeah.
Well, our interview is actually almost over. So maybe you could show me the rest of the house?
I will, but before we get going, what would you do a TED Talk on?
Oh, I would do how dinner is the best dinner's dessert.
Yeah, she's right about that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Love to show you out. We've got this wonderful yard. We can see a little bit of it as we walk towards the gate. Can you take care of them, honey? Yep. Thank you.
What are your current favorite shoes to wear?
My current favorite shoes are the same as any shoes. My favorite ones are the most comfortable ones I can have on at any point in time.
What's the best shoe purchase you've ever made?
When I was in college, I had the coolest pair of Magic Johnson Converse with the gold and the purple, and I know I played better when I had them on. I was dropping dimes all over the court.
What's the most adventurous thing you've done to date?
I had the opportunity to go around the world in a week. I was working at Sac State, and I was able to go to Rwanda and Myanmar, and so I flew from Sacramento all the way around back to Sacramento within a week. Spent more time in the air than on the ground, but on the ground it was really a tremendous experience.
That's so awesome. What's something you hope to master?
I've never ever even seen a hole-in-one in person. I want to hit one myself.
What's your favorite part about living on campus so far?
It's the energy you feel when you're here. Colleges are great places. They're even better when there's students and there's people around. And being able to be right here in the middle of campus, being able to feel that energy, being able to feel the people around us, that's easily the best part about being on campus.
Thursday night market or Saturday farmers market?
Thursday night.
Walking in Lower Bidwell or golfing on the local greens?
Well, at least until I get a hole-in-one, it's going to be golfing on the lower greens.
Well, President Perez, thank you so much for meeting with me. I have one final question.
Well, thank you, and really appreciate you coming out and seeing the house.
What's one message you have for college students today?
I got a lot of messages for college students, but the one message I would have is enjoy yourself, take care of yourself, take care of the people around you, lean into things that are hard. The world needs people to do hard things. And then if I was talking about classes, take classes that aren't related to your major. I would say, as we talked about before, I was an econ major. I wish I'd also taken a welding class. Take something totally unrelated. You may not have that opportunity again.